Hey everybody, it's the Cartoonkid back again with another fantastic fanfic idea. And today I'm bringing you The Bad Guys, The Long Halloween. Now, before I begin, I should probably mention that in my previous Bad Guy hit story, I probably thought that, well, before the sequel, what would the bad guys' profession be if they were trying to start over on a new leaf? I originally thought private investigators, but apparently in the sequel, they become secret agents at the end. But I digress. Story. Following their reformation at the end of the second adventure, the bad guys, Wolf, Snake, Shark, Piranha, and Tarantula, along with their handler Diane Foxington, have been officially recruited as secret agents. Their first major case, tracking down a serial killer known only as Holiday. The city's most powerful crime lord, Carmine the Carponi, a massive koi fish who controls the underwater crime syndicates, meets with tech billionaire Bruce Bat, a fruit bat, under the guise of legitimate business dealings. Bruce politely declines any partnership. On Halloween, someone murders Johnny Viper, Carpacio's nephew, who and Lieutenant, leaving behind a jack-o'-lantern and a distinctive golden pistol at the crime scene. Chief of Police Gordon Gecko suspects Carpacio ordered the hit because Viper was planning to testify against him in an upcoming racketeering trial. Gecko, along with newly appointed District Attorney Harvey Hare, a white rabbit known for his split personality when stressed, and Diane's team swear to bring down both Carpaccio and Holiday without crossing legal lines. Diane receives intelligence from an anonymous source, revealed to be Katrina, a sleek black cat and master thief, about Carpaccio's cash reserves hidden in an abandoned aquarium. Wolf and Diane track it there, with Harvey following separately. Based on a coin flip, his nervous habit, Harvey decides they should burn the money rather than seize it illegally and risk Carpaccio's lawyers getting it back. Snake protests this extreme measure, but it's too late. In retaliation, Carpaccio hires Mickey Chen, a mantis shrimp with explosive expertise, to bomb Harvey's home. Harvey and his wife Gilda, a brown rabbit, survive but are hospitalized. Wolf and Shark chase Chen into the city sewers, where they encounter Solomon Grundig, a massive undead alligator who lives beneath the city. Wolf manages to reason with Grundig, appealing to his lonely existence, and they capture Chen. However, without evidence directly linking him to the bombing, Chief Gecko is forced to release him. On Thanksgiving, Carpaccio's son Alberto, a fancy goldfish, sends roses to Harvey with a marking card signed in his father's name. Enraged that Alberto would act without permission, especially toward the district attorney, Carpaccio publicly humiliates his son, telling him never to speak for the family again. Harvey escapes the hospital to meet with Gecko, who gives him a gun for protection despite Diane's objections. That night, Holiday strikes again, killing Chen and his associates, leaving behind the golden pistol and Thanksgiving cornucopia. By Christmas Eve, Diane and Wolf question the calendar chameleon in the maximum security animal facility. The chameleon, who changes colors with each holiday and kills the victims according to an elaborate calendar system, named Carpaccio, Sal Marmoset, a rival crime lord, and even Harvey as potential subjects. He mocks their investigation, claiming that trying to stop crime in the city is a joke. Suddenly, they realize that the Joker, a hyena with a permanent grinning face and a penchant for chaos, has escaped from the facility. Not wanting Holiday to replace him as the city's most feared killer, Joker confronts Harvey at his home, threatening to kill him if he turns out to be Holiday. Wolf and Diane arrive just in time to drive Joker away. Later, they visit Marmoset, who shows them his own wounds from a Joker attack. Meanwhile, Joker harasses Carpaccio at his underwater lair, demanding information about Holiday. Carpaccio's bodyguard, Milo's Grappa, a grizzly bear, chases Joker out, only to be shot by Holiday moments later. Wolf arrives to find a Christmas snow globe with a golden pistol and scattered Joker playing cards next to Grappa's body. Bruce Bat hosts a New Year's Eve gala on his yacht to benefit the city's children's hospital. Carpaccio attends and publicly toasts Bruce as the son I never had, which visibly infuriates Alberto. Bruce meets with Katrina, who ends their complicated relationship, citing their opposing paths. Him trying to go legitimate, and her still dancing on the edge of crime. Joker attempts to gas the concurrent New Year's celebration in the city square using a stolen crop duster, hoping Holiday is in the crowd. Katrina, meanwhile, meets privately with Alberto, who laments never earning his father's respect. He reveals that Carpaccio rejected his fiancée, a brilliant Oxford-educated octopus, as unsuitable for the family. Wolf, Shark, and Piranha stop Joker's ski mid-flight. When Joker cackles that he loves a good puzzle, Wolf realizes Alberto fits the profile. He benefits most from his father's enemies dying, and he's famous for his love of jigsaw puzzles. Back at the yacht, Wolf accuses Alberto of being Holiday, suggesting he's killing his father's enemies to prove himself worthy. Alberto denies it emotionally, saying he doesn't want the family business. He just wants to be free from his father's shadow. As midnight strikes, Alberto is shot by Holiday and falls into the water, where the yacht's propellers shred his body. Wolf pursues Holiday, who escapes via speedboat, leaving behind a golden pistol and a champagne glass. As the ship evacuates, Wolf, Diane, and Harvey assign protection to Carpaccio. Facing the reality that neither Joker nor Alberto is Holiday, the team wonders, who is Holiday and who's next? Post-credit scene at Alberto's funeral, Carpaccio presses Bruce to help launder money through his tech companies. When Bruce refuses, Carpaccio introduces his companion, a beautiful poison dart frog named Ivy. When they shake hands, Bruce's eyes glaze over with a greenish tint as Ivy's toxic skin begins to control his mind. Part 2. In the 3 months since Alberto's death, Holiday has struck on Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and April Fool's Day, decimating both Carpaccio and Marmoset families. Meanwhile, under Ivy's hypnotic influence, Bruce has signed over much of his fortune to Carpaccio. Katrina discovered this subdues Ivy and rescues Bruce. His butler Alfred, an elderly British dispatcher, immediately calls the police and Bruce's lawyers to arrest Ivy and reverse the transactions. On Mother's Day, while investigating the murder of Chung, a Pangolian who ran a black market arms dealership disguised as a tea house, the team discovered he was Holiday's weapons supplier. That night, Scarecrow, a skeletal crow who recognizes fear gas, escapes from the maximum security facility and ambushes Wolf, dousing him with fear toxin. Wolf is forced to relive his worst memories, his lonely childhood, the prejudice he faced, and his fear of letting down his friends. Katrina finds him and brings him back to the team's safe house. Chief Gecko and Harvey question Bruce about his family's ties to Carpaccio. Bruce reveals that as a child, he watched his father, a renowned surgeon, save Carpaccio's life after an assassination attempt by Luigi Marmoset, Sal's father. Bruce insists any connection ended when his parents were murdered, which he believes was retaliation orchestrated by Carpaccio. On Father's Day, Holiday kills Luigi Marmoset. In response, Sal approaches Harvey and offers to testify against Carpaccio in exchange for full immunity. Katrina later follows Carpaccio to a cemetery and witnesses him paying a hitman, a stone-cold mink assassin. On the 4th of July, Wolf is captured by Scarecrow and Mad Hatter, a deranged dormouse obsessed with mind control, as they rob a bank for Carpaccio. Wolf escapes and defeats both villains as they deliver the stolen cash to the cemetery. Meanwhile, the mink hitman attacks Harvey and Gilda at their home. Katrina intervenes but is knocked unconscious along with Gilda. Harvey awakens to find the hitman dead with one of Holiday's golden pistols nearby. Panicked, he flees before the police arrive. Carla Viper, Johnny's mother and Carpaccio's sister, a cobra, publicly accuses Harvey of being Holiday. During Marmoset's testimony in court, Diane discovers Holiday's entire collection of golden pistols hidden in the dense basement, along with an Oxford University pendant. In the courtroom, Marmoset suddenly accuses Harvey of being Holiday and throws acid in his face. Harvey is rushed to the hospital but escapes only to be picked up by Carpaccio's men. Realizing it's a trap, they plan to kill him as revenge for Johnny and Alberto. Harvey fights back, kills his would-be assassins, and flees into the sewers. There he's found and nursed by Solomon Grundig. On Carpaccio's birthday, Carla is killed by Holiday. On Labor Day, Harvey, now calling himself Two-Face, with acid scars covering half his face and a coin permanently clutched in his paw, and Grundig attack Marmoset's prison convoy. Wolf, this guy, he's as a god, subdues Grundig, but Marmoset is shot by Holiday from a nearby rooftop. All three criminals escape. Wolf confronts Katrina about her obsession with the Carpaccio family. She finally confesses Carpaccio is her father, and she only wants to know her mother's name. Two-Face and Grundig attack the maximum security facility, freeing Ivy, the Scarecrow, Hatter, Joker, and Penguin, a dapper Emperor Penguin crime lord, while the supervillains engage Gecko's police force. Two-Face, Grundig, Joker, and Penguin assault Carpaccio's underwater headquarters. They overwhelm his guards and corner him alongside his daughter Sophia, an elegant coin. Two-Face prepares to flip his coin to decide Carpaccio's fate. The bad guys and Katrina arrive, fighting through the rogues gallery. They defeat most of the villains, but can't stop Two-Face from shooting Carpaccio. Sophia, grief-stricken, tries to kill Two-Face with his own gun, but misses. She stumbles backwards over Ivy's vines and, despite Katrina's desperate attempts to save her, falls through a shattered aquarium wall to her death in the depths below. Katrina reveals her face to the dying Carpaccio, who whispers Louisa before passing away in her arms. Two-Face turns himself in to Chief Gecko, confessing to helping Holiday and claiming responsibility for all the murders. Wolf confronts Gilda Hare at her home. She was Holiday. She was the woman Alberto spoke of the night he died. She reveals that she and Alberto were secretly married at Oxford, but Carpaccio forced Alberto to annul it and coerced her into an abortion that left her infertile. Seeking justice, she married Harvey, believing he was her best chance at destroying Carpaccio. But Harvey couldn't embrace the darkness needed to take down the crime lord. She decided to do it herself. She became Holiday, systematically eliminating Carpaccio's organization one holiday at a time. Assured that Holiday is finished, Wolf leaves without entering when Gilda asks if he plans to tell the others the truth. As he walks away, he flips a coin, catching it without looking at which side landed up, and keeps walking into the night. End. And yeah, that was my best interpretation of a bad guy's version of Over the Long Halloween. But I digress. This is pretty much all I got for today, so please be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe if you kind of like this idea. And if you do like it, want to use it, improve on it a little bit, all I simply ask is credit for the idea. Okay, bye.